Lawrence of America here for another Weekly Dead, Chapter 5, The Best Defense. This issue, the main event is a helicopter lands and the gang goes out to chase and find it. Michonne, Rick, Glenn, they all go out there. Well, somebody else goes out there too, a neighboring group. Yep, that's right. This is where they first meet the governor. So as you may have guessed, things don't go so well. The governor invites them back to the town for nefarious means, and they get taken captured. And it's pretty much setting up all that's going to eventually come in the later chapters. But that's it. This is a slow chapter as far as actually moving the plot along. It all happens in the span of a couple of days. Carol's still crazy. Tyrese is still at the prison trying to run things while Rick, Glenn, and Michonne go out. Now, Michonne and Rick haven't really worked together much, so this one really kind of bonds them, and Michonne gets to prove that she's a badass. Now, they go out, they investigate the helicopter, armed party shows up, escorts them back to their town. And my favorite line in the series, they're doing these fights. They're like, well, you know, we have the biters out there to keep them, the fights make it look interesting. They're pretty controllable as long as you keep them fed. And Rick looks at the governor and goes, well, you feed them? What do you feed them? The governor looks at him and goes, well, stranger, we feed them strangers. And I just love that line. The thing to remember here, the governor is so much more graphic in the comic book than he is the TV show. The governor does some stuff in here that at this point was some of the most disturbing stuff I'd read in a comic book. Up until the next chapter. So, this chapter, there's not a lot of time passes, but it really just shows you how much the governor has lost it. And if you think the governor was bad in the TV show, he's Barney effing Fife compared to the governor in the comics. That's all there is to say about that. It's a really powerful chapter, even though it's a short chapter, and all you need to know is they go investigating, they meet the governor, he holds them hostage, and Tyrese manages to see them get taken. And that's it for Chapter 5, The Best Defense. See you next week. Coming at you here from Comic City 2, as always.